A Tale of Two Cities. A Tale of Two Cities by Charles Dickens is a historical novel set during the French Revolution in the late 18th century. The story follows the lives of several characters, intertwining their experiences in both London and Paris. It explores themes of social injustice, sacrifice, and redemption. Here is a 5-page summary of the novel. The novel begins with a contrast between two cities, London and Paris, during the turbulent times leading up to the French Revolution. The story introduces two characters, Charles Darnay, a French nobleman who renounces his title and moves to England, and Sidney Carton, a dissolute lawyer living in London. Darnay falls in love with Lucy Manette, the daughter of Dr. Manette, a former prisoner of the Bastille. As the story progresses, it becomes clear that Darnay's fate is closely intertwined with the looming revolution in France. In France, the revolutionary fervor continues to rise, and the discontent among the common people reaches a boiling point. The novel portrays the stark contrast between the aristocracy's luxurious lifestyles and the poverty and suffering of the working class. Dr. Manette, who was unjustly imprisoned for 18 years, becomes a symbol of the people's struggle for justice and freedom. Meanwhile, Charles Darnay travels to Paris to aid a former servant, Gabelle, who has been imprisoned by the revolutionaries. However, Darnay is quickly arrested and charged with treason due to his family's aristocratic background. The trial becomes a turning point in the story as it reveals the corrupt and oppressive nature of the French legal system. As Darnay awaits his execution, Sidney Carton, who has developed a deep love for Lucy, devises a plan to save him. Carton bears a striking resemblance to Darnay and hatches a plan to switch places with him, sacrificing his own life to ensure Darnay's survival. Carton's sacrifice reflects the theme of redemption and offers hope for a better future. At the same time, the revolution in Paris reaches its peak with the storming of the Bastille. The oppressed masses rise up against their oppressors, leading to widespread violence and bloodshed. The novel vividly portrays the chaos and brutality of the revolution, emphasizing the consequences of unchecked anger and vengeance. After Carton's selfless act, he awaits his execution with a newfound sense of peace and purpose. He finds solace in the belief that his sacrifice will bring happiness and fulfillment to Lucy and those she loves. The novel explores the transformative power of love and selflessness, as Carton's actions ultimately lead to redemption and a sense of closure. As the story reaches its climax, Darnay is rescued from prison and reunited with his family. However, the joy is short-lived as the revolution continues to ravage Paris. The novel depicts the ultimate triumph of love and compassion over hatred and violence, as Lucy and her family, along with several other characters, escape the chaos and find safety in England. In the final pages of the novel, the story fast-forwards several years. Lucy and her family lead peaceful lives in London, leaving behind the horrors of the revolution. The tale ends with Carton's famous last words, expressing his hope for a better future: "It is a far, far better thing that I do than I have ever done, it is a far, far better rest that I go to than I have ever known." In summary, A Tale of Two Cities is a sweeping historical novel that explores the themes of social inequality, sacrifice, and redemption during the French Revolution. Through its richly drawn characters and vivid depiction of the era, the novel highlights the destructive nature of violence and the transformative power of love and selflessness. It serves as a timeless reminder of the importance of compassion and empathy in the face of adversity. A Tale of Two Cities offers several valuable lessons that we can learn from. 1. The consequences of injustice. The novel vividly portrays the consequences of social injustice and the abuse of power. It shows how the vast disparity between the rich and the poor can lead to resentment, anger, and ultimately revolution. It serves as a reminder of the importance of addressing inequality and ensuring justice for all members of society. 2. The power of sacrifice, the selfless act of Sidney Carton, who sacrifices his own life to save Charles Darnay, highlights the transformative power of sacrifice. It demonstrates the capacity for individuals to make a meaningful difference in the lives of others through acts of compassion and selflessness. 3. Redemption and personal growth, the characters in the novel undergo personal growth and find redemption through their actions. Dr. Manette, who was imprisoned and oppressed for years, ultimately finds healing and a renewed sense of purpose. Sidney Carton, a dissolute man consumed by self-pity, discovers redemption through his sacrificial act. Their stories emphasize the potential for personal growth, redemption, and the ability to overcome past mistakes. 4. The destructive nature of violence, the novel depicts the devastating consequences of violence and unchecked anger during the French Revolution. It serves as a cautionary tale, highlighting the destructive power of vengeance and the importance of seeking peaceful resolutions to conflicts. It prompts us to reflect on the consequences of our actions and consider alternative paths to resolving disputes. 5. The triumph of love and compassion, throughout the novel, love and compassion triumph over hatred and violence. The bonds of love between characters, such as Lucy and her family, provide strength and hope in the midst of turmoil. It emphasizes the transformative power of love, empathy, and understanding, reminding us of the importance of fostering compassion and kindness in our own lives. Overall, A Tale of Two Cities imparts valuable lessons about the importance of justice, sacrifice, personal growth, the consequences of violence, and the power of love and compassion. These lessons resonate across time and can guide us in our pursuit of a more just and empathetic society.